Hey YouTube, Jason here with Day Trading Fearless. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. And as always, let's jump right into it. This is the weekly watch list for April 5th, 2021. S&P E-mini futures made all-time highs, breaking out. This market is very strong. Lots of stimulus going on in the overall markets. So just something to kind of think about. Last week I was talking about where we might get up to this 40-50 level, maybe even 4100. We did not have excess on the market profile. We are somewhat making excess right now up on the market profile. I'm filming this on Friday, April 2nd. We had job numbers that came in at like 930,000 or something, which were a lot better. The market kind of had nice pop to it. So I think there's going to be a continuation to the upside this week. Like I said, last week I was bullish the market. I am still bullish the market. But I think we may be getting into a little resistance up around this 4080 level. This week, maybe even the 4100 level if we get there. Again, watch the reverse waterfall 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are 7 days, so we are in with a reverse waterfall. It is getting a little long without any pullback of a reversal, but again, we know these could go 10, 12 days. They tend to trend for a while. Now, with that being said, RSI still lagging as we're making all-time highs. We still have a lower high relative to this entire move up, right? So there is some divergence, but it will be interesting to see this week if actually the RSI pops up above, which I actually would like to see it pop above the oversold overbought level. So that may be something that could really help this market and to be able to get up. So that is what's going on for this week. Let's take a look at SPY. If you trade the SPY, the levels, same exact thing. We are in a nice reverse waterfall, but with the SPY, we have 3, 4, 5, 6. You don't have the 7th day because only the futures were open because Friday's a holiday. So with that being said, I'm probably watching around this maybe 450 to 470 level on SPY to get it up. Okay. Remember, there's about a 8 to 10 point difference with the SPY and the ESs because of the roll and all that. So that's what it looks like for the spine ESs for this week. Also, make sure, just need to plug my website and my Patreon page. Make sure you check out my website at Day Trading Fearless for my weekly trade zones, only $50 for a lifetime subscription, and also my Patreon page where you can follow along with my swing trade stock and options portfolio. But let's get back into it. Let's go take a look at crude oil. So with crude oil, nice bear flag forming. Okay, it's going to be interesting. We were making higher highs, higher lows this whole way up, and then we kind of took out this low and we took out this low. So we will see if this breaks to the upside or does it break to the downside. If it does, I still like this 53 in the quarter level for a bounce. If it breaks to the upside, I'd be watching this 65 level for the point of control. So that's what's going on there with crude oil. Okay, and now let's look at Bitcoin. Okay, so with Bitcoin, we do have a little bit still divergence as we're kind of all the way back up near the highs. We now have divergence from the previous highs and from the bigger highs and all this. I think we still need a good, decent sized pullback. Now with Bitcoin, there is a gap on the futures at 54,150, we'll call it, somewhere around there. So keep an eye for a potential pullback to fill that gap. And I actually, listen, I have no clue with Bitcoin. I want to see a pullback. It'd be healthy. Maybe this is our double top, create the M pattern and start to roll over a little bit, get a decent sized pullback. I would love to see the 40,000 level on Bitcoin. Also, one cool thing that's happening with Bitcoin, the CME is coming out with micro Bitcoin futures. So this big contract is 5 Bitcoin. Okay, if you want to trade the futures and not have to go through Coinbase and all those crazy fees and all that, the futures are the way you do it. But the problem is this contract is 5 Bitcoins, right? To be able to trade one future contract, you're essentially trading 5 Bitcoins, which is a lot of money, right? For a lot of people. So with the micro Bitcoins, it's going to be essentially 1/50th of this contract, which in simple terms is going to be trading. And this is what the formats can be, right? It would be if Bitcoin's at 60,000, okay, you would need $6,000. That's what the contract spec is, right? So the breakdown is Bitcoin will trade in $5 increments, right? And every $5 is only going to be 50 cents. Okay. With that being said, if you trade in the micros and it moves $5, you'll make 50 cents. If it trades $100, right, goes from 60,100 to 60,200, you would make $5. 1,000, if it went from 60,000 to 61,000, you would make $50. And if it traded from 10,000 to if it traded from 60,000 to 70,000, you would make $500. Okay, that's kind of what the breakdown is of these new micro Bitcoin futures. So keep an eye out. You could see more at cme.com. Just type in micro Bitcoin futures. I just read it, so now you don't have to. That is the short and simple breakdown of it. It's essentially 1/10 of one Bitcoin that you can trade. So check that out. Let's take a look at gold, GLD. Okay, GLD, nice double bottom. I've been saying I want to see this 153 again. Gold won't come down to my level. Did a double bottom, nice double bottom with divergence. I tell you guys, I love divergence. Watch gold. I am potentially bullish going into gold this week too. So there might be some underlying things going on in the market. Maybe we get up to that 4,100, gold pops, market starts to pull back, and oil potentially starts to fall too. That's why I go through all these charts to get a bigger picture. Nice bounce. I called it last week. I've been saying it for a while. Watch this 2235, 2250 level on silver. Nice bounce off the 200, very first touch. And with that being said, here's our bounce. Watch the same exact thing going on over here with silver, where we could start to see something move higher. Now, let's take a look at our trusty Apple. That's doing absolutely nothing. Dead money. Next, move on. JP Morgan. Okay, the stock I called a couple weeks ago, still watching this pattern. We had a bounce, but kind of pulling back. It can't get above. Very powerful. I would love to see this thing around the 47 levels and then the 42 levels, right? 41 levels. But our stock of the week, You gotta watch. This is a very hot stock. I believe that may happen this week. Tesla came out and reported numbers. And they reported car sale or cars delivered of 184,000, which was above consensus in the last quarter. So I think this may give the stock a nice pop. It might finally break above this 50 period, maybe come all the way back up to around this 750 level to try and fill this gap and all that. So these are things to 800 level. That is the stock of the week. I think watch it pre-market come Monday morning. You might be able to buy it early if it gaps up a little and maybe try and ride it a little bit. I like this pattern, higher low. Okay, and look at the pullback. As we pulled back, the RSI barely moved. This does look bullish to me with this pattern. Now, again, if the market rolls over, things happen, we'll see what happens. But with that being said, I think Tesla is our hot stock of the week. So I hope that helps. As always, have a great weekend. Thank you for watching, and we'll talk to you guys soon.